Hi, Aries. Welcome to your end of April 2021 General Tarot update. It's Rena here. So we only got a couple more days when the sun is in Aries as I record this. Or actually, this is the last day. The sun's going into Taurus on the 19th. But that's cha-ching time because that's when it's the second house, it's money. Also, another thing that is happening is the full moon in Scorpio, and this is going to be the 8th house for early Aries people, so that can be very intense. Oh my gosh, Scorpio full moon, it's a super moon, and it's in Scorpio's house. Wow. What kind of shadows can come up to the surface for you to look at and eliminate from your life? For the rest of you, this is occurring in the 7th house of committed partnership. So that could be intense too. That could be intense because there could be some interesting reveals at that time. We'll see. We'll see what transpires. Let's see what the cards say about this. Why do I keep getting the Queen of Wands? Sheesh. I keep getting her. Okay, let me put these to the side here. So the heart of the matter is the Strength card, which is associated with Leo. And the Strength card can indicate that you are growing stronger. So that suggests that you've been through an ordeal or something that tested you in some way. And it has made you, rise above that and find that inner grit, if you will. And it doesn't surprise me that this is connected to fire energy because just like your sign in Sagittarius, the fire element is all about the self. So believing in the self is something that is especially important for people who are fire signs because that's how you express yourself, is through your individuality. And also modeling independence so that people realize that they can have a life that is their own and they don't have to, it's not either or, that they don't have to just be alone or be in a relationship. And so something may have made you more confident, or even physically this can indicate your immune system is more powerful. And but I think this is more of maybe career matters because I have to always look at the past position. And we have the Two of Pentacles. It might have something to do with somebody who is seeing you and somebody else. Like they're juggling a relationship. And if that's the case, I look to the higher message card, the Three of Cups, which is kind of the spiritual message. And this could be like, it's not just one other person. This person is seeing a lot of women. And maybe you felt that it was just one, or they've presented themselves as just, oh, it's just this person. But really, it's kind of a pattern with this individual. And the point of all of this is to be able to see how you have grown to the point where you are able to understand what you deserve in life. Usually, we associate Aries people with confidence. However, other factors can make you a little bit not that way when you're going through life, because you may have had your own challenges that have made it harder for you to believe in yourself. especially in personal relationships. Maybe the confidence shows up more in your career sector of life and not so much in your home or your relationship sector. Maybe that's where you tend to struggle with those issues. And I would say with the Three of Cups that this person may have a problem with drinking. They may like to go out and socialize, and that's when everything kind of takes place, is that they're going to bars and they're drinking, and then they have these temptations that are placed in front of them. So you may realize maybe you're getting stronger in that, if that's something that you've been dealing with. It's so funny now. In May it'll be 6 years since I started doing this on YouTube. And now I can see, I can visualize in my mind the thumbs down that I get when I go off on these tangents and I'm saying these things and then somebody doesn't like it, you know what I mean? Because I know that obviously that some of you, this has nothing to do with your life. It's just funny. I don't know why. I just thought of that. But the thing is that with the Three of Cups, I would say, is not keeping good company. You know, kind of just somebody who is carousing, and they're being social for the sake of just having drinking companions or something like that. But it's not necessarily helping them to build their character, or anything is good, you know, coming from that. And as you get stronger, you will be able to see how this is not where you want to be. You might be in those beginning stages. If this is a career matter, you may be mulling over a job offer. Sometimes this can be overseas, over a body of water. And the Three of Cups in that scenario can represent some of the people that you work with, and maybe they are not supportive, and that can help in making your decision. Maybe they are kind of like envious of you in some way, and they are not your friends. And of course, if they're your colleagues, they're not supposed to be your friends when you think about it. They're just people that you work with. And you know, if you get personal with them, that could actually jeopardize your job. So maybe that's not a bad thing, but they may try to present themselves as somebody who is on your side, in other words. And so that might be a deciding factor in what's going on. And, you know, I didn't even think about it in this terms, because what is crossing you is the Ten of Swords. Now, this may have already happened to you, where you were betrayed and you still haven't, you know, taken that as a sign that you shouldn't be where you are, that this, whatever this setting is, if it's in some sort of like environment, that, you know, you might feel this sense of like, oh, yeah, they screwed me over, but I'm going to continue working here for some reason. And I feel like there's just a lot of things that are not really being said. Maybe there is, you know, the number 10 is a number of completion. So it can talk about the end of one cycle. In the beginning, you know, you're going to begin a new cycle. But if you stay somewhere where you're not being treated and you can't trust anybody around, it seems kind of pointless if you think about it. What is coming in is the Seven of Cups. This is a card that can be associated with a lot of confusion, you know, especially about making choices. You can feel like you want to make a good choice, but you're not sure whether or not you're picking the right thing, because there might be a lot of people making empty promises. This is a card of wishful thinking. This is a card of escapism and can indicate alcoholism. This, I'm not saying with you, maybe like if this is a relationship issue and you're dealing with somebody who's cheating on you, you refuse to see it as a betrayal because you are in denial of what it means. Maybe you just are making excuses for that person's behavior, and that is keeping you from being able to move on. Again, when we are beginning to love ourselves more, it can come in stages. So I definitely feel that you should be gentle with yourself. If you still feel unable to leave a relationship like that, don't beat yourself up for it, but stop, making excuses for it. Stop looking at it in an overly idealistic way. See it for what it is. It might not be that that person is evil. Maybe they have an alcohol problem, and that means that they have a hard time controlling their behavior when they're under the influence. I definitely believe that's true. But having said that, that doesn't mean, even if they have that problem, it doesn't mean that you have to stay in the relationship either. So that's where that goes on. So you might be kind of impractical at the moment. You might not be. You might be in a very confused state of mind for some reason, and maybe you are like wanting to. You're not sure about taking a job offer, but perhaps where you're at right now, even if you weren't to accept that new offer, that doesn't mean you don't need to leave your current job. So in other words, you're kind of overgeneralizing what you need to do. The outcome card is the Queen of Wands, and that can indicate similar to Strength card, but in a more position of authority, I would say. This card, the Queen of Wands, can indicate somebody who is gaining confidence in their skills and maybe ascending to a position that's a supervisory position. This may be like a letter of recommendation, even from your boss or someone who knows your work, who is a boss or in some position of authority, who gives you effusive praise or writes a letter which just makes you look so great because they have a very generous spirit and they probably want to see you do well in life. So anyway, that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a private reading, I have double readings that are for a special price. You can check the link below. Take care. Bye.